In today's video, I'm going to walk you guys through the easiest and most simple method to get reviews for your audiobooks for Audible ACX. What is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Dane, and on this channel I talk all about self-publishing books through Amazon, all in entrepreneurship, and just lifestyle in general. So if that kind of thing interests you, make sure you subscribe, drop a like on the video, and hit the notification bell so you know when I post new videos. In today's video, I'm going to walk you guys through the newest and most simple method when it comes to getting reviews for your ACX published audiobooks. And ACX basically means Audible published audiobooks. So if you're someone who's publishing your books through Audible and you're really struggling to get reviews, I can understand why, because it is actually a very difficult and overly challenging task if you don't have something like a pre-existing email list and the means to run a bunch of ads on like Facebook and a bunch of time to go into a bunch of different Facebook groups and get all these different review methods. I understand if you're having a difficult time trying to get reviews for Audible. So in this video, I want to break down a very, very new and simple method to do this, which should speed things up 10 times faster than ever before. So let's jump into my computer. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do it. So as we can see on screen here, the easiest way to distribute ACX codes, and I'll talk about what those are in a sec if you don't know, and get your audiobooks reviewed on Audible. So what are ACX codes if you're someone who's not sure? So when you publish your audiobook, ACX gives you 50 promotional codes, 25 for the US and 25 for the UK market, that you can distribute to get some initial exposure to your audiobook. So these are 100% free codes that you get from ACX, 25 for US, 25 for the UK. And you can utilize these codes to give them out to different people who can redeem them to get your book for free so they can listen to your audiobook. Now, like I just said, these codes allow listeners to listen to your audiobook for free and allow you to get reviews in exchange. So the typical method that people have been using for years is they take this code, they give it to someone, and they say, hey, I'll give you my audiobook for free in exchange for a review. Now you can see doing this one by one can be a bit tedious though, because you get 50 codes, and in order to get 50 reviews, you have to do that 50 times. So SEO through your audiobook title and metadata and getting these ACX codes redeemed and audiobooks reviewed is how you rank your audiobooks on Audible. Obviously, if you don't know, but if you do know, it's obvious, but if you don't know, it's actually not obvious. Running ads through Audible is still not a thing. You can't run ads to your audiobooks. So the only way to get your book ranking and shown in front of potential customers is to redeem these codes, have a good title, and have good metadata. But if you don't have those things, you're not going to get sales. So that's why reviews, the topic of this video, are so important when it comes to Audible, because you can't run ads to your books, your audiobooks. The codes are limited, so ideally you want to receive a review for each code that you distribute, as it serves a social proof for your audiobook. So you only get 50 chances here, right? So you want to make sure you utilize every single one of those codes because they are very, very valuable to get a review in exchange. And sometimes that can be very difficult. So the most common way to do this right now is through Facebook and Reddit groups, right? So let's say your audiobook is in the language learning niche. So you're like teaching people how to learn Spanish. So in this case, what most people will do is join groups on Facebook and Reddit that take interest in learning how to speak Spanish. The author will offer their audiobook for free by distributing their ACX codes and hope that they can get reviews in exchange. So they'll find people in these groups that are interested, say, hey, I got an audiobook here. It's gonna teach you how to learn Spanish. I'll give you a free code. Just make sure that you leave a review. So you can see it can be very tedious doing that one by one. Now, the strategy can work relatively well if you have a lot of time on your hands and are on a tight budget. However, there are a few things fundamentally wrong. So it usually is very, very time consuming, like I just said, to join these groups, interact with people, offer the code, follow up with them, all that stuff. And based on my personal experience, most people will end up redeeming your code, but they just will never leave the review, which obviously sucks, but it's just something that happens. And obviously when you do this, there's no vetting process other than you interacting with the person. So you never really know if the person's actually gonna end up leaving a bad review, which is obviously the absolute inverse of what you want to actually happen. So what is the best way to get reviews for your audiobooks? Let's talk about it. First things first here, step number one, if you want to do this efficiently and way more quick than all the other methods I've talked about so far, sign up for Bookbite and get a 14-day free trial. Okay, the link will be in the description down below. And Bookbite is going to help us accomplish what I've been promoting here, which is way faster and way more audiobook reviews, way easier. So let me just show you guys what it looks like when you sign up for Bookbite. So when you click the link down below, okay, you're gonna see there's a page like this. You can learn all the different things about Bookbite. Okay, they have a few different plans, But if you want to join right away, there is a 14-day free trial. Okay. The landing page looks just like this. So if you want to learn a little bit more about all the stuff that you can do, it's not just audiobooks. You can do any kind of book through Amazon and Audible. But if I click this, it'll take me down here. You can pick your plan. Okay, there's a starter plan for $4.99 if you want to get a taste. And then there's other plans up here. So if you're someone who's doing audiobooks, that's probably why you're on this video, you'd probably want to go with this one, Unlimited Audiobooks, $19 per month. And like I said, you do get a 14-day free trial, so you don't have to pay right away. You can sign up just through it like that, and then we can move on to step number 2. Step number 2 here is upload your audiobook and ACX codes to bookbite.co. Only upload unclaimed codes. Okay, so if you have some codes that you've already had redeemed and people have left reviews elsewhere, don't upload those codes to Bookbite, because people on Bookbite will try it and then it won't work for them when they go to redeem your code. So only upload unclaimed codes. So let's go have a look at how this looks when we do it. So when we upload our books, I'm gonna go into here and click edit audiobook. So it's gonna ask you for the title, the subtitle, and the author name. Then you can click next, and then you can upload your cover, and then you're gonna enter in how many ACX codes you have, and then you're gonna enter in each one. Okay, you can upload up to 20. And you can also do it for the UK market. Okay, so you can see there's different codes there that we've entered in. I'm gonna click next, and then you're gonna put in your Audible URL, okay, to your book. Pick the genre, if it's fiction, nonfiction, whatever it is. Pick the category, and enter in your description. Click next, and then there's gonna be a few questions from Bookbite that they're gonna ask you all about your book just to get to know it. Okay, so enter and answer those questions. Enter in the length of your audiobook, and then enter in the sample. Okay, upload the sample for your audiobook, and then you're gonna click submit for approval. And the submission process usually takes around 24 hours, no longer. And then Bookbite is going to approve that if it all checks out, and your book will be able to get reviews on the platform. Now I'm going to show you what it looks like after the book has been approved. You're going to have to submit it to get reviews. Okay, well, so once it gets approved, it's not just automatically going to go on the platform. You have to go in and make sure that you request the reviews from people on the platform as well. So let me show you what that looks like. So like I just said, step number 3, once the submission is approved by the site, list your audiobook in the library where other users can see it and request a code. So let's have a look at what that looks like. So you can see with this book here, it's been approved by Bookbite. Now I'm gonna click find reviewer, right? And then what you can do top right here is enter in just an author note. You can say like, thank you for listening to my audiobook, and something like, I can't wait to hear your feedback. Something like that. Doesn't really matter. That's just a note that you leave for someone who claims the book. Okay, and then below that, you can choose whatever you want, what market you want them to promote on the platform. So you can go US codes or your UK codes, and you can choose the turnaround time. So the less days is gonna cost you more coins because it's gonna be quicker. And then again, enter in your audiobook URL, all right? This isn't a real book, so let's put test. And then the number of reviews that you want to receive. Each review is going to cost you 1,000 coins. So we'll just do 1 in this instance, and then click on find reviewer. Okay, and that's going to put it onto the Bookbite platform. And this is where you can see a full overview of your current book status. So once the book is uploaded to the platform, this is from the reviewer side, this is what they're gonna see, okay? So they can scroll through, and this is how they're gonna find your book, okay? And you can see on the Bookbite platform, there are samples below, just the same way that there are on Audible. So I'll play this one. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
Revolutionary War, 1754 to 1784.
So you can see that you can listen to the samples, click in, read about the book, and if you want to do this one, you can request to review. So finally, step number 4, once you approve a request from a reviewer, they will redeem your ACX code, listen to your audiobook, and submit the review to Audible in a few days, whatever time frame you chose. If you remember, those 2, 3, 4 days there. If you chose 4 days, within that 4-day time period, that reviewer will leave the review by redeeming your code. So finally, let's have a look at what that's going to look like from the reviewer's end, okay? So you can see here, go to the notifications, review request has been approved. So once the person requests the review, it gets approved, you approve it on your end. They're going to see your book pop up in their back end like this, and they can see the description, and the code is going to pop up, so they can take that code, go to the link to redeem the code, redeem it, and then they're going to have that audiobook, and they can listen to it. And whatever time frame that you chose, you can see this one is 3 days. They have 3 days to review the book. And you can see how many coins that the person's going to earn from reviewing your book. And then at the very bottom here, you can see they have a task list, right? And if they want to cancel the task because, say, the audiobook code was redeemed already, they can let people know about that. the Bookbite platform. If they have done it, they've redeemed the code. Okay, you can go down there, you can check it off, and then they can also say they submitted the review on Audible. Once they've done that, submit, and they're going to match that up to these stars that they did on Audible and submit it, and then they're going to gain the coins, right? So it's pretty simple. Honestly, the whole process is very similar to the way that we do it with regular books through Amazon on Bookbite. So if you're someone who wants to use this platform for just regular books, you can as well, but this obviously example is all about audiobooks. So hopefully that was clear. So similar to the book side, like I just mentioned, the more audiobooks you listen to and review on the Bookbite platform, the more coins you will earn and the more reviews you'll be able to request for your own audiobooks, okay? There are no obligations on the site for how many you want to do. It's whatever you choose. Listen to as many or as few audiobooks in a week as you want. So I just want to answer the one question that I get asked a lot is, why is Bookbite worth your time, okay? So especially when it comes to audiobooks, it's going to save you so much time. So when you upload your audiobooks and their respective ACX codes once, from there, other self-publishers interested in your audiobook will review it, will be able to request to review it. Whereas when you're doing it manually through like Facebook groups and stuff, you have to do it one by one, and it's just this constant process of messaging, reaching out, communicating back and forth. Bookbite takes away all of that. It just kind of does it all for you. You won't have to worry about promoting your ACX codes in social media groups again, kind of like what I was just saying. This will save you a ton of time. And you don't have to worry about following up with people to submit the reviews to Audible after listening to your audiobook. The platform just does it for you. So it's all nice and automated. And you can get Audible reviews a lot quicker than anywhere else. Okay, there's no other platform right now that is doing this as simple and as easy as Bookbite is, in my opinion. And there's tons of audiobooks on the platform. So it's not like just a ghost town. There's tons of books to choose from. There's tons of reviews already on there for you to work with. This will be especially useful when launching your audiobook, as you will want to rank your audiobook on the first page for your keyword as soon as possible. As soon as that thing goes live, you can go on, you get your codes, go to Bookbite, submit those codes for people to redeem them, and start getting those reviews so you can start ranking on the platform. And finally, one of my favorite parts is that you only have to listen to audiobooks that actually spark your interest. You don't have to listen to random audiobooks all the time. It's a win-win, okay? You get your audiobooks reviewed, while also having the ability to listen to audiobooks for free. So in my opinion, I don't really know if there's a better way to do this right now than bookbite.co. So like I said, guys, if you're interested in giving this new method a try, there is a 14-day free trial for bookbite.co. It's the first link in the description down below, okay? And once you're done that 14-day free trial, if you enjoy the platform, you can stick on there and continue getting more reviews for your audiobooks, paperback books. Everything that you have published through Amazon, you can get reviews for through Bookbite, which is one of its strongest selling points in my opinion, because there's no other platform that you can do everything all in one like you can on Bookbite. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully you learned a thing or two about getting reviews for your audiobooks through ACX. This method through Bookbite is seriously simple, and I hope that a lot of you guys take advantage of it, because I know I'm loving it. Hopefully you guys are too. If you have any questions or anything, please leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.